Karan recently visited the Lido cookie factory where many different types of cookies like chocolate chip, peanut butter and others are produced daily in large numbers. How many cookies do they make in one day? Karan wondered. So he walked up to one of the employees at the factory and asked him. Now, this employee did not know the answer to the question, but what he did tell Karan is that they work 12 hours daily and that they bake 3,625 cookies every hour. Karan figured this information was enough for him to calculate the number of cookies the factory produced daily, so he began to add 3,625 with itself. Soon, he realized that the number was large and adding it to itself 12 times would be tedious. Could there be an easier way? Well, instead of adding 3,625 with itself 12 times, he decided to use multiplication. Let's see how he did it. Here, the number of cookies made in 1 hour is the multiplicand and the number of daily work hours is the multiplier. To find the total number of cookies made every day, we must multiply the two values. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. So we write 0 in the ones place and carry over 1 to the tens place. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 plus the 1 we carried over gives us 5. 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. We write 2 below in the hundreds place and carry over 1 to the thousands place. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6 plus the 1 that we carried over, that's 7. Next, we'll multiply 3,625 by 1. Note that 1 is in the tens place and therefore we'll write a 0 below before we begin. And this is the product of the number and 1. Now let's add the two numbers. The final answer is 43,500. That's a lot of cookies in one day. Just as Karan completed this calculation, another employee walked past him with a carton of cookies in his hand. A curious Karan interrupted him and asked, "How many cookies does one carton contain?" The employee told him they pack 50 cartons daily, but he wasn't sure about the number of cookies in every carton. Karan knew what to do. He had to divide the number of cookies produced daily by the number of cartons packaged every day. So, he divided 43,500, the dividend, by 50, the divisor. Let's see how he did it. When dividing a number, we start from its left. The first two digits of the number are less than 50, so we'll consider the first three digits to begin with. 50 multiplied by 8 is 400. Accordingly, we'll write 8 in the quotient and subtract 400 from 435 to get 35 as the remainder. Then, we'll bring the next digit of the dividend, that is 0, down next to 35. 350 divided by 50 equals 7. Accordingly, we'll write 7 in the quotient and continue the division till we get 0 as the remainder. Hence, the quotient is 870, which means every carton contains 870 cookies. We can also double check the answer by using the formula dividend equals the product of the divisor and the quotient added to the remainder. Here, 50 multiplied by 870 plus the 0 gives us 43,500, which is the dividend. Hence, 870 is the correct answer. It is indeed very true that multiplication and division make calculations faster and life easier. Perhaps we should practice multiplication and division daily till we become masters. Remember, practice makes perfect. See you next time.